Me, six.
Huh?
Oh yeah, six. What do you want to debate on?
We were gonna do Hiruzen versus Itachi in part one.
Okay, why do you think Itachi wins?
I just think like Itachi's skills over Orochimaru stated equal to Hiruzen.
I think Orochimaru. I think he was in skills above Orochimaru.
Okay. Why do you think Hiruzen skills over Orochimaru? Do I need to send
Because
the
of the
statement, or are you aware of it?
Wait, y'all need
yeah,
to set
can
the
you send
rules
this?
before the debate. Like, just I don't know.
Yeah, do you want to set a time limit or anything?
Uh, if you have to be busy, we can set one, but other than that, I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't care to set one.
All right.
Do you want to choose judges now or later?
I don't really know any judges in here.
You just want to choose them after then?
Sure.
I'd slap
Yes.
True.
I'll be listening to this.
Guys,
No
why
one
do you think
asked.
that why do you think Itachi wins?
Is True
Because
playing? What?
Yeah, like I
Hello?
said earlier, Itachi skills over Orochimaru is stated equal to Hiruzen.
Yeah, do you have this statement where they're equal?
Yeah, I got you. Let me grab it. I'm gonna send in scans one.
Is there where does it say it?
It's right there under the picture of Hiruzen. It says the two shinobi were equally matched and the battle seemed endless.
Okay, the two shown were equally matched and the battle seemed endless, and then we see that they weren't equally matched and the battle ends.
Wait, why are they not equally matched?
Because the moment that Hiruzen begins fighting with his full power, he blitzes him and rips his soul out.
He blitzes him. Can you show me
Yeah.
that?
Yep. Jeez.
I think we should probably do skins two, by the way, because like a lot of people are typing in skins one.
Alright, that's fine. Chapter 120.
I already did.
All right, I'm gonna post it for you right now.
Sure. So they like clash one another, right? They can keep up with each other in terms of combat speed.
Yeah, and then you see how fucking what's his name? Sorry, already has his soul in the palm of his hand. Like, do you see the whole exchange?
Yeah, but you cut out whenever you were like whatever you were just saying.
Okay, so they have an exchange. Hiruzen's able to knock his sword away, and then before he's able to react, he already has his soul in his hand.
Well, no, okay, well, here. So we see them like keep up with each other in terms of like hand to hand, or not hand to hand combat, but kinjutsu, right? And then
And then
he like
the
knocks his
sword gets
sword.
knocked out of his hand.
Yeah, I heard you. So we see the
Hmm.
sword get knocked away, and then Hiruzen uses like Enma to go at Orochimaru, and he like reacts to Enma, of course. But then like Hiruzen gets up on him. We see
Yeah,
Orochimaru become
before
aware of it.
Orochimaru can react, yes.
No, but we see him become aware of it.
Yeah, but his soul has already been grabbed.
That's fine, but all he used to get
Yeah,
up on
so
him
he
was
couldn't
travel
react,
speed.
right?
But all he used to get up on him was travel speed.
Yeah, but he still couldn't react to him. Is what I'm saying.
But we see him react. His
He can't
reaction
react.
is
He clearly can't because by the time he was able to react to Hiruzen's already pulled off the Reaper Death Seal.
no,
Yes.
because
What are you talking about? That's literally what happens on the panel.
but I see here's in right. He like gets up on Oro. Then in the next scene, he like
He
grabs him.
has the soul in his hand. Correct.
Okay, but even if this like was the case, right? This would just be travel speed. They can
And
keep up with each other in
he's
terms
able
of
to blitz him.
ninjutsu.
He's able to blitz him
Well,
still.
Orochimaru is focused on Enma.
But
He's not
we've
looking
already
at
said.
Hiruzen.
So what do you say? You wait. So now you're saying that he was focused on Enma. So which are you saying now? That he was distracted? You saying he's
Yeah,
distracted now?
exactly.
Okay. So you realize that all this is happening while Heroes is not only Enma is too heavy for him to hold, but he's also has his chakra split up amongst the shadow clones.
His chakra split up amongst the shadow clones. What are you trying to imply? That he's like weakened?
He's weakened
Why do you think like splitting chakra via shadow clones
because the
makes you weaker?
Anbu says that. The
Yeah,
Anbu
he
and
says it's like
Orochimaru says that using the shadow clone jutsu weakens him.
what he says is that like whatchamacall, basically using the shadow clone jutsu at Hiruzen's old age would be like throwing away chunks of chakra when he doesn't really like have that chakra to spare in his old age, right? So
What does that mean?
here like a decrease in chakra. Could you understand like shinobi don't have access to 100% of their chakra all the time, correct?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so
They're
then
not exhausting 100% of their chalk with every jutsu, right?
yeah, but they
Mm-hmm.
don't even have access to the 100%.
Mm-hmm. Of course, they're what are you talking about? The gates and whatnot, right? Of course.
Yeah. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
then a decrease in chakra doesn't necessarily have to make you weaker.
So you think that a decrease in chakra doesn't make you weaker?
Not all the time, no. I think it needs to
All
be
right.
like of a certain
When
amount.
do you think a decrease in chakra? Okay, what amount?
It probably like differs from shinobi to shinobi.
Okay, so you don't know. You have no quantification.
No.
All right. So I think that just however many shadow clones that Sarutobi makes is significant enough because the Anbu comments on it. What's your counter to that?
No. What the Anbu says is that he's throwing away chunks of chakra, right?
Right, showing away. He's throwing it away, chunks of chakra that he's going to need. Right.
That he could use like later in the fight, yeah. But that doesn't mean it's making him fatigued. It's just like, okay, Hiruzen can't fight at this level
Yeah,
for long
I'll get you
anymore.
the thing that asserts they're fatigued. I'll get it for you.
Sure, sure,
I
sure.
have evidence to that.
Also, how much chakra do you think they put into shadow clones?
It says it's spread out equally amongst them.
Yeah, among the clones,
So if
but
he
not
had,
the
if he had,
clone user.
no, it said, is it amongst the clone or is it among the user? I
From
think
what I
it's a user and the
remember,
clone.
the only thing I remember is like whatchamacall, Neji's statement, and his statement is that they're like split evenly amongst the clones.
I'll just Google it. We can find it. So here's the. It's actually not just his chakra. It says shortening his lifespan. I think that's why I think it's fatigue. Like it's directly his energy.
Lifespan.
Yeah, like it's shortening his lifespan.
Strange. Never seen that. You could show me.
I just posted it.
Okay.
I knew there was a reason. And then let me go look up the shadow clone feat.
What's Orochimaru referencing? Is he saying this because he used the Shadow Clone Jutsu or because of the Reaper Death Seal?
This is before he's used the Reaper Death Seal.
It is okay.
Yeah. He uses the Reaper Death Seal, the next page,
What chapter is this?
122.
22. Okay, so you think that he's saying, okay, since Hiruzen uses the Shadow Clone Jutsu here, that the Shadow Clone Jutsu is like shortening his lifespan?
Yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I think he's referring to the fact that Hiruzen is throwing away these chunks of chakra, which would shorten his lifespan because he's gonna get beaten quicker.
No, I think that's just too much assumption. I'm gonna invoke another Occam's razor.
Hmm?
You're adding too many assumptions.
Okay, but even if it is shortening his lifespan, right? Is this taking away from like say like okay, if Hiruzen's supposed to live to 80, right? Does he now live to 77? Like what does it mean when it's like shortening his lifespan? Because this doesn't have to mean he's fatigued either.
What do you think it means?
Like I just said, like what is it referring to? Like is it that
Right,
he could live
I've
to
already
80?
told you what I think. I've already told you why I think that. So what do you think it means? Yeah, you'd provide me a different interpretation with evidence.
Okay. Well, I think that since since Shinobi don't have access to 100% of their chakra at any given time anyway, that this loss in chakra doesn't have to make him fatigue. So that would just be like the support for my interpretation then.
But you,
That it's just his lifespan
that's
in
not
other words.
saying anything. You didn't say anything just now. Like, what do you
Hmm?
mean by that? Oh, because they don't have 100% access to their chakra doesn't necessarily mean he's fatigued. What does that mean? Like
Okay.
that
I'm
wasn't like
saying that a loss in
that
chakra
you didn't come
doesn't
to a
have to
logical
mean
conclusion there.
I'm saying that a loss in chakra, since they don't have access to all of it anyway, doesn't have to mean that he's fatigued.
Right, but this isn't just a normal loss of chakra. It's directly taking away from his lifespan. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're discussing.
Yeah, you're
So
saying that this is
why do you think why do you think that it's not making him fatigued?
okay. Well, I just gave like my reason why, and then I
You gave
gave
a
like
reasoning as
also
to why the loss of chakra wouldn't make you fatigued. This obviously
uh,
isn't just the normal
yeah,
chakra loss.
I
And
gave an alternate
you also said earlier that a certain amount of chakra loss can make you fatigued.
hmm
So why is this not the threshold? Where do you think you start getting fatigued from
Well,
chakra
you're
loss?
saying that he is fatigued. I'm just
I'm
saying
just
what he's
asking you questions.
okay.
Stop talking about me. I want to know more about what you're saying because you haven't elaborated on anything.
Okay, basically, right? Him shortening his lifespan doesn't have to be in reference to what you call. You're saying like the shortening lifespan is in reference to fatigue, yes? Or am I
Yes.
misunderstanding? Okay.
Yes.
I'm saying that doesn't have to be in reference to fatigue. It can also be in reference to the fact that he's like say was gonna live to 80, but now he can only live to like 75. Because shinobi don't have access to all of their chakra anyway. So a decrease doesn't have to make you fatigued.
Okay. What is an instance where do you think shinobi start getting fatigued? At what point?
Like I said earlier, it would just be like on a shinobi to shinobi basis.
Okay, so
All
you
of
have
it.
nothing. Why do you think? What? Can you give me another instance where a jutsu takes off years from your life? Can you give me another instance where the shadow clone jutsu takes off years from your life?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so I'm just gonna dismiss that point then. So is
Why?
there, because it doesn't have any evidence, no bearings on it? It's just nonsense.
I
So
gave
it's
an
a point without any sort of
Where is it
evidence.
interpretation.
from, Mark?
You've given your
Where is it
interpretation. I'll give
from?
my interpretation. Let's just move on to the
Uh,
next point.
Oh, okay.
sure, you just leave that up to
Okay.
whoever judges. Sure.
Okay. So that was the speed point. Uh, what else do you want to go over?
What does Hiruzen do against Tsukuyomi?
He just wouldn't look in his eyes. He would have mastered anti-Sharingan techniques like Guy did
Why?
Holy
because he
shit.
knows all techniques in the Leaf Village.
Can you actually send me that statement right quick?
Yeah.
Is there still a debate, by the way, or?
Yeah,
There
there's a
is.
debate right now.
Well, just let you
How's
niggas
it
go.
gonna do? Oh, I have to move everything out of my room, that's why. Yeah, my big room.
Hello.
Can someone, whoever that is, can you mute your mic, please? Scans
Sure.
or scans 2 rather, excuse me. It says it at the bottom.
At the bottom, okay. Yeah, this comes from his reputation as like the professor, correct?
What? No, it
Th-
says because it says he uses all techniques.
Yeah, and that comes from his professor reputation, like Orochimaru says.
Where does it say that at? Where does she say that?
Yeah, I'll grab it for you. Do you care if it's Biz or
I
would you
really
prefer?
don't like this.
Yeah, I got you. It's fine. I'm pretty sure it says the same thing in like. Are you fine with the manga panda?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it says the
Are you
same.
talking about this scan right here? You're the one nicknamed Professor because you knew and could perform all existing Konoha jutsu.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is Biz.
Yeah. So what is the problem?
Okay. When did he gain this title? And did Guy like have the technique developed when he gained it?
Hello?
Yeah. Am I cutting out?
I think I cut out. What'd you say?
Okay. I said when did he gain this title and did Guy have the technique developed when he gained it?
I don't know.
Okay, so then you don't know if he has it.
Yeah, how do you know Guy developed the technique? Are you asserting that Guy created that?
Guy says he made it.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't. Prove it. Because
I'm
I can tell
sure
you he
he said
didn't.
it. If
I
he
can tell
doesn't
you he
say it,
didn't.
if he doesn't say it, I'll admit I'm wrong. But I'm sure he
Okay.
says like I
Okay. Yeah,
developed
show me
these.
that, please.
That's in chapter. Hold on. Yeah, this is the chapter.
I have the statement if you guys need it.
Oh, send it then.
Yeah, please.
It's in scans too.
You have to tell me the obvious. I've already mastered Counter Strike.
Yeah.
I'm about techniques for my bounty.
This is the
Doesn't
Viz.
say he created them.
It doesn't. Strange. Okay. Well, why do you think he hears and like employs these in combat or applies these in combat?
Because he knows them all.
So why does that mean he applies it in combat? He didn't use like
Because if
a
he's
card.
fighting Itachi, he would use what was the best.
Well, I think
He doesn't. We haven't seen him apply them in combat because we haven't seen Hiruzen fight somebody with the Sharingan.
okay. So then, how do you know he would apply it in combat?
Because he has them. Because he would use anti-Sharingan tactics because he knows what to use to counter certain techniques.
Why? Maybe he's just so cocky against Itachi that he just doesn't feel like.
All right. Do you think he's so okay? Prove that. Prove that assertion.
I didn't assert
Prove that. Okay. So then I'm not asserting. I'm not saying he's so cocky. Then if you're not saying he's so cocky he wouldn't use it, then what do you then why are you talking?
I'm saying this is also a possibility.
Okay, so you're appealing to possibility.
No,
So I'm gonna dismiss it.
No, because
You
I haven't
are.
claimed anything. No.
Okay,
I
so
haven't
you're not
claimed
Are you
anything.
claiming something or what? Are you trying to counter the point or not?
Yeah, I am because you're
Okay,
saying
with
that
what? You're trying to counter my point with
okay,
what?
okay. Listen. You're saying that Hiruzen will employ these in combat, right?
I'm saying he has. I said that he has counter Sharingan techniques.
Okay, so are you not claiming he employs them in combat?
I said that he has counter Sharingan techniques.
That's fine. If you're not gonna say that he like applies them in combat, then it doesn't matter.
I'm saying that he has counter Sharingan. Are you saying that he would not apply them in combat?
No, I'm not saying.
Okay, then why are you bringing it up?
Okay,
Why are you
but
trying to
Aero,
put words in my mouth? All I said is that he has counter Sharingan techniques. Is that
yeah,
true or false? So you agree
I
with that?
definitely like misunderstood.
That's what I'm saying then. That's all I'm
I
saying.
definitely misunderstood you. I thought you were saying that he would, but if you're
Okay,
not
so
saying
then
that
let's
he's
move
going,
on.
okay, but
Okay,
I'm
so let's
just
move on.
okay, all right. But I'm saying if you're not going to say
Okay,
he's
so we're
going
moving
to,
on. So
then
we're
why'd you
moving
even bring
on.
it up?
So
Yeah,
we're
sure.
moving on.
Yeah,
Okay,
we got
cool.
we
Okay,
move on.
cool.
Okay.
Cool. Excellent. Do you have any other points that you want to bring up?
Not really. Do you?
All right. Nope. You want to go to conclusions?
Yeah, we can just go to conclusions. You want to conclude first?
Sure.
Sure.
So in conclusion, I believe that I proved how fast Hiruzen was. Sixpaths never gave any quantification for how fast Itachi was. I also proved that Hiruzen has a wealth of more techniques, and he also has counter Sharingan techniques. So I argued that through the fact that he has counter Sharingan techniques, I believe that he would win, along with him being faster and having more techniques overall. All my opponent had really as a win con was Tsukiyomi and scaling above Orochimaru. And that's why I believe I won this debate.
So in conclusion, I said that Itachi's over Orochimaru, which my opponent didn't seem to have a problem with. And then we went into this point about if Hiruzen actually speed blitzed Oro or not. And I would think my opponent agreed that that was travel speed that he blitzed him with, because we see that they can keep up with each other in terms of taijutsu or kinjutsu, hand-to-hand combat, swords, whatever. We then went on this point about Hiruzen being fatigued, and I think I provided reasoning as to why he shouldn't be, given that shinobi don't have access to 100% of their chakra at all given times anyway. So a decrease doesn't necessarily have to lead to you being weakened. And an alternate interpretation to the shortening of his lifespan, right? By saying okay, well, maybe it's in reference to Hiruzen being Hiruzen maybe could live to be 80 years old, but now that he used his jutsu, his lifespan is 75 years old, right? Um, and then I would just go off of my other statement about how Shinobi don't have access to their chakra at any given time. I brought up Tsukiyomi as a win con. Aero said that Hiruzen has anti-Sharingan countermeasures, but he didn't say he would use them in combat, so I don't see how that matters. And that's why I think I won the debate.